Hello, welcome and welcome back. This is Jacob and today we are gonna be continuing the Let's Play for Reverse 1999. And today, finally, after 42 plus episodes, I can finally jump into a new story without having to worry about any spoilers for main stuff. At least for now, and at least from what you guys told me over the past couple of weeks, I'll be able to do that for quite a couple of the future patches, so this is very nice to know, and I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, it is time to jump into something that is new and not from Reflections or the main story catalog. Time for the Chronicles of Uluru London Dawning, and I'm excited to see the story and what is gonna be in it. Plus this menu music is very nice, considering that it's called London Dawning, definitely has that sunrise feel to it. Really enjoying it, really nice little tune. But yeah, before we do so, last time we finished off the anecdote for Oliver Fogg, so I'm kinda very much looking forward to seeing how Fogg and his family, or at least Fogg's family, is gonna be represented in this story, and what is gonna be their role in this whole thing. Considering this is in London, and Fogg is gonna be probably playing a role. I can kinda see already, but we'll see. We'll see about that. It's nice to definitely know some stuff about his family and his role in the bigger picture. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. But before we do so, and speaking of the comments on the previous part, VGGuy95 said, I'm gonna have to check that. So, fun fact, if you ever check out any of the human characters in combat, all of them so far have a consistent theme for their Udimos, the animal thing they appear as when they are in the 4th character slot, not active in the fight yet. So far, all of them are depicted as this naked chibi version of themselves on a platform, lol. I need to see this. Where are you, Duncan? You're my only...
Skip the warm-up. I'm always ready to jump into the action.
Oh, are you? Okay, Duncan, you're my only human, so let's see how you're gonna look.
Program activated.
Go away. What am I looking at? I like the little wine glass. Why does he have a fanny pack? I mean, I guess something has to cover something there. Wait, is it a fanny pack? What is that? It is like a no, not a fanny pack, like a tool belt or some shit. What is that? Why? I mean, I don't have Ezra. I'm gonna check Ezra one day when I get him, but it's hilarious. What the shit is this little thing? Is it because... I mean, it's probably pure because he's just human, right? Why is it panning to the left? Go back. Go back. Don't pan away from him. Don't hide him. That's very interesting. I've never idled on the screen. It's really panning to the left a lot. That's interesting. It's gonna pan back? No? Oh, it will. Okay, that's fun. Anyhow. Thank you, VG Guy, for pointing this out. Why, though? Right, now back to the main topic. What the hell? Why? VG Guy, once again, thank you very much for pointing that hilarious bullshit out. Appreciate it, my friend. What? Anyway, also in the comments of the previous episode, I saw a couple of other ones that were not just responding to the Merui thing. Again, thank you very much. By the way, thank you very much for all of the people who responded and told me about Merui. I did already encounter the channel when I was looking for the YouTube video for what was it, the Sophia 37 mashup thing. Their channel also came up as well, because I think they're also uploading a lot of music, but also cutscenes and stuff. I didn't check out the channel itself, because I found the mashup that I was looking for. But yeah, thank you for pointing them out. However, there was a single person in the comment section who pointed out another channel. Another channel that goes by literally the name Reavers1999 Timekeeper. And yes, they also have the cutscenes available for the Willow story. And for now, I left a message with them just prior to starting this recording, so I have no response back yet, so no idea if they're gonna say yes or no to me using the footage for the Let's Play, but we'll see. But yeah, there is a channel. It's obviously a bit smaller than Merui, but there is a channel who is documenting and chronicling pretty much everything from this game. I would... maybe it's even documenting more than Merui is themselves, but they have a ton of uploads from what I saw, and they are covering from what I saw, pretty much just the English PC client of the game. So I guess at least spoiler free, kinda, I guess. There could still be stuff that I run into that could spoil stuff, but they do have all of the stuff, so I'm gonna wait and see. There's still gonna be a couple of days until I get to finish the main portion of this story and then head into the character stories. But yeah, thank you all for pointing all of that out. We'll see if that channel doesn't respond back. I'm gonna try and see if I can get something out of Merui and send them a message, considering they at least have a Twitter and a Blue Sky. So I'm gonna try through there, so I don't have to go through comments. Might be a bit quicker, but we'll see. First things first, I don't want to ask like 5 people at once and then all of them respond back, and then I'm gonna be in a predicament of, oh shit, who do I use? Where do I go now? But yeah, thank you guys very much for pointing all of that out. Other stuff that I saw you guys point out was one was for a knight, the unit, the character, that he's likely a reference to the Song of Roland, which is based on a battle from 1778 AD, and yeah, he's French, of course, and considering that he also wields Durandal, which Roland was wielding, so yeah, probably the same guy. And like the comment pointed out, it's from the wiki page, not from the A Knight story or anything. So if that's a spoiler, I don't know if that's a spoiler, but we'll see when I finally get to do the anecdote, which will come in the future, of course. So thank you very much. And also to the person who gave me the Oliver's Bond 2 memory description, thank you very much. I did read through that very quickly, so thank you for that. I would have probably read it anyway in game once I unlocked it, so that is fine. But yeah, anyway, with that out of the way, I think it's time to finally check this thing out properly, right? So first off, we're obviously gonna go through the main story first, and then I'm gonna start chipping away at all of this stuff as well. Most of this stuff is probably gonna be in a single episode outside of where is it? This one, I think. Yeah, outside of this is gonna be its own episode at one point. And I like this little tune. Anyway, I will be doing the mains bulletin, like I said, these fights. Also, I have no idea why I had 250 tickets. Anyway, I will be doing this probably one boss at a time throughout this whole shtick, like just a quick little sizzle reel at the end of episodes. And when it comes to the anecdote for Mercuria here, I did say I want to do it while it's currently live on this thing, but I also saw the suggestion that it might be a good idea to do this one when the story comes back around, just to have a bit better understanding of the character through the story first, which is valid, and this thing is gonna be in the game once the next patch rolls in anyway, so I'm not gonna lose out or have to wait too long once the event is over, so that's fine. And yeah, the rest... This is creepy, and I love it. But yeah, the rest of this stuff we're gonna chip away. Like I said, we're gonna go in order once I'm done with the London Dawning stuff. Gonna go through this, and this thing. And Main's bulletin is gonna be a scissor reel at the end of these episodes. One boss at a time, of course. But yeah, anyway. Chronicles of Uluru, London Dawning. Also, this is the first time I can actually read the message here on on the main menu. I'm excited! When the smog thickens, threatening to consume the light, who shall stand firm? Who shall charge forth? Who shall raise their voice? Who shall become the flame bright enough to cut through the haze? I don't know, we'll see. Oh, right, also, just a quick little thing to address. I know that there is a trailer here. It's usually the trailer that plays, like, with the reflections that I had so far. But you know what? Considering this is now new, I kind of want to this time around just wait until we're done with the story and the character stories and then maybe watch it. Because, you know, the YouTube thing is kind of higher quality and in a widescreen format and kind of shows more. Might as well wait, right? But yeah, let's see. First day back in London. Oh, it's nice and foggy. London. Okay, let's see. The flames of passion, tinged with a strange shade of yellowish gray. Oh, this reminds me, before I start, this reminds me, I know that I just looked at her story, Flutterpage, that's the name. She's currently on the banner. I will also do a quick little poll session on the banner, considering that another 5-star is boosted on it that I do want to get. Anyway. Okay, I was like, why am I looking at this again? I was a bit confused for a sec. Ooh. My ears. Exciting. Immediately starting with a cutscene almost. Hey.
I'm ready to go.
It's been a while, Tooth Fairy.
Please fasten your seatbelt, miss. We're setting off now. You ever been to London, miss?
Yes, a long time ago.
I'm gonna guess that Tooth Fairy is gonna be our main, like, lead protagonist through this thing, then?
Long, eh? 5 years? 10 years?
Longer than that.
Come on, Van. How long? You don't look 100 years old.
That laugh.
The hospital is 2 streets away. Oh, by the way, it's been arranged for you to meet Mr. Fogg first, and then he'll show you around the hospital.
Ah, immediately. Okay, where I'm now even more happy that we went through Oliver Fogg's story.
I don't see why we need to make a big deal out of a simple visit.
Couldn't agree more, miss. But as this is an official visit by Mr. Fogg, as a servant of the Crown, you can rightly expect that they're going to have the whole place decked out like Christmas.
Thank you for taking me there directly. I will go to Mr. Fogg's office after my visit. You can leave without me. I think I'd like to take the underground.
The tube? You won't like it, miss.
The tube?
Not the kind of place for a decent young lady. I'll wait here for you, love. I'll do my best not to crack into my flask of whiskey while I wait.
Thank you. I'll be back soon.
Please don't drink and drive. I enjoy whiskey myself, but please don't drink and drive. Ooh! Holy shit, what? Uluru, London, qualifier open. Okay then. Well, Foundation office.
How are things at SPDM?
Oh, this is a flashback.
Terry? I'm hearing rave reviews about their school physician.
I'm glad to hear it. Young children are particularly easy to soothe. A few candies and they'll behave just fine. A little toffee or a nibble of a fruity sweet, and they've forgotten all about the tooth fairy's taste. A proper dose of sweets serves to calm the nervous system, and that doesn't just apply to kids.
She's not wrong. She pulls a piece of milk candy out of her pocket and softly places it beside Madame Z's mug of strong tea.
Your work here is undoubtedly busier than mine at SPDM. Besides, you're directly responsible for our Timekeeper, the little troublemaker.
The little troublemaker. Also, thank you to Fairy for being nice to Madame Z. She needs more people to to help her out.
But I am sure you didn't summon me here all for a little chit-chat.
Madame Z unwraps the candy and places it in her mouth, allowing it to slowly dissolve. Then she places a stack of papers on the table before Tooth Fairy. I get candy, you get paperwork. Good God, Madame Z, that's not how it works.
The Foundation has now confirmed the correlation between social turmoil and the emergence of the storm. Our branches around the world are now making efforts to collect information on these key social movements. As you may know, there was a strike that has only just ended in London. And there is something I'd like to show you, besides the strike itself.
Tooth Fairy rapidly flips through the papers. She quickly spots the crucial element.
Tuberculosis.
Oh God! Oh God, okay.
Indeed, there appears to be abnormalities concerning air pollution and the reported cases of TB.
Oh, is this what we're dealing with in this story? Oh no. I did hear a bit through the grapevine for you guys that this one is compared to the first Uluru story, which is pretty happy with a couple of droopy moments here and there. Mostly character specific related. This one apparently is oh God, TB.
Compared to our records before the storm, TB morbidity rates are extraordinarily high, approaching levels that shouldn't be seen until the Great Smog of 1952.
Approaching levels that shouldn't be seen until the Great Smog of 1952. Huh. I think I remember that. Hold on, I kind of want to just quickly do the thing. From the wiki page. Great Smog of London. The Great Smog of London, or Great Smog of 1952, was a severe air pollution event that affected London, England in December 1952. A period of unusual cold weather, combined with a anticyclone and windless conditions, collected airborne pollutants mostly arising from the use of coal, to form a thick layer of smog over the city. It lasted from Friday 5th December to Tuesday 9th December 1952, then dispersed quickly when the weather changed. The smog caused major disruptions by reducing visibility and even penetrating indoor areas far more severely than previous smog events called P-supers. Government medical reports in the weeks following the event estimated that up to 4,000 people had died as a direct result of the smog, and 100,000 more were made ill by the smog's effects on the human respiratory tract. More recent research suggests that the total number of fatalities was considerably greater, with estimates between 10,000 and 12,000 deaths. London's poor air quality has been a problem since at least the 13th century. The diarist John Evelyn had written about the inconvenience of the air and smoke of London in Fumifugium, the first book written about air pollution in 1661. However, the Great Smog was many times worse than anything the city had ever experienced before. It is thought to be the worst air pollution event in the history of the United Kingdom and the most significant for its effects on environmental research, government regulation, and public awareness of the relationship between air quality and health. It led to severe changes in practices and regulations, including the Clean Air Act of 1956. In typical human fashion, we need to get burned first before we learn, right? But yeah, that is a big thing. Also, the abbreviation TB is reminding me now of Total Biscuit, and it's now making me even more sad. So, buddy, you did great shit on YouTube. Rest in peace.
Our Mr. Fogg, the fog walker, has also reported that there is something unusual about the composition of the fog.
So, we need an insider with knowledge of the storm to visit London. Ideally one with a medical background.
And that would be you.
I see.
Uh-huh. I love our cup.
I know, your winter vacation just started. But I'm sure you understand the dire situation we find ourselves in. I'll apply for a special allowance for this field mission. What do you say?
I love her cup. Didn't want to interrupt too much. I love her cup. Just Madam Z, thumbs up. I'm aspiring to have a cup like that in the future. Just my face with a thumbs up.
I'd be happy to go. Perhaps I'll collect some rare teeth from this era.
Oh god.
Good luck then. Mr. Fogg will contact you when you arrive. He is our liaison between the Foundation and the British government. He'll take you to the hospital, handling many of these respiratory patients. You will be given full trust to resolve this problem. There is something else. The Willow coal fire will soon be held in London. It may factor into your investigation.
Uluru qualifier?
Mm-hmm. Now back to whatever the heck just happened.
Uluru London qualifier coming soon. Arcanist fair in Cross Street. Support your favorite competitors. Winners will represent Great Britain in the Australian finals.
Ah, right. Okay.
Australia? They shipped my uncle off to Australia back in the day. I always figured he got done in by a kangaroo.
Alright, this is that far in the past. I keep forgetting, right? Australia was once upon a time. Well, actually, no. When did that change? I actually don't know the full history of Australia. When did it change from prison colony to actual to an actual well, country?
But if the Smoky gets any worse, I think I might chance it. Maybe I'll find him in the outback there. Or at least avenge him.
Good luck, buddy. Good luck. I don't think you know the strength of a kangaroo. Jeez. They can rip you apart. With a tense frown, Tooth Fairy folds the flyer. The Uluru Games are not her current focus.
That smoke seems to have severely damaged that hospital. But you don't seem concerned.
We've seen worse, miss. You wouldn't believe how many houses we lose a year to gas line explosions. Nothing much can shock us Londoners. It's a city where you can meet Arcanists from all over the world. Arabians, North Africans, Indians and Japanese. Who knows what kind of arcane skill they can cast.
The police are on the scene now, but can they really do anything to clean up the hospital?
Well, police have got their own way of dealing with things. None too friendly. I think you should bring this up to Mr. Fogg. He's one of the few folks that look out for the working man, and he's never afraid of calling out the upper class.
I suspect Mr. Fogg will have known before we did. Let's follow the path of this dark soot on the street. Maybe we can find it, or its owner.
As you like, miss.
The car makes its way eastward, weaving through the increasingly narrow streets.
Seems it's leading us to the East End. Only thing that comes out of the East End are drunks, tramps, and Jack the Ripper.
Oh! The brakes screech as the car comes to an abrupt halt. The car shudders from some impact as a child's scream fills the air. Oh my god. Tooth Fairy, why? You should never be left into a car again. Like, you should walk everywhere you go and maybe get a horse. What the hell? This woman has bad luck with cars. Her own past, then in the Green Lake story, or that car crash. Why? Bloody. Ooh. My tinnitus. A sudden stabbing pain strikes the nerve. Oh, that actually auto-scrolled. I didn't expect that. A sudden stabbing pain strikes the nerve in Tooth Fairy's temple.
I have not had a drop of drink today. This is the East End for you. Either you it's someone, or someone it's you.
Uh-huh.
Please, miss, take a look for me. Tell me if I hit anything. I can take it.
Oh god, dude. Are you done now? Yes, thank you. Either you hit someone or someone hits you. Okay.
It appears there's no one in front of the car.
Uh-huh. Oh god, are they below the car?
No one?
I'm up here!
Are you on the car?
Look up there, miss!
Uh-huh. A munchkin! Tooth Fairy looks up to see a flurry of papers fluttering and spinning through the sky. A particularly vibrant bundle of fabric resembling some kind of bullwrap sack hurls through the center.
Can you catch me?
Sack! Catch the munchkin! What in the Mary Poppins? The little girl's skirt catches the wind, and she drifts weightlessly through the air. The colorful scraps of paper spiral through the air and swirl around her. They're all Uluru flyers, still waiting to be distributed.
She's being lifted up on the wind. Is this her arcane skill? If so, she's amazing for her age.
She gently descends, seemingly headed straight into Tooth Fairy's arms. But at the last moment, she shifts direction and lands softly a few steps away.
You lose. You ain't going to qualify for nothing like that.
The sack has attitude. I like it.
Are you hurt at all?
Why would I be? It's not even as high up as a canary nest. It's no sweat with the help of little wind.
She sounds almost like Vertin, but chippier.
But the Sutakiki was hurt. The car hit his waist.
Is this Sutakiki your friend?
Yes, but he ran away. He's probably angry. I bet he's still around. He don't forgive easy.
Uh-oh. She points toward the shadowy alley to her left, where in a dark, smoggy corner, a pair of glowing eyes peek out from behind the garbage bin. Uh-oh.
See? Over there. That's the Sutakiki. And I'm Flutterpage.
Could you bring your friend out? I'd like to make amends if I hurt him. Especially if he can't work.
Oh, he doesn't work. But you still need to apologize.
Flutterpage turns toward the alley, waving into the shadows to call over her friend.
Come on out, Sutakiki. This bloke here wants to apologize to you.
Uh-oh. What in the Revenant? The Sutakiki stirs in the shadows, disturbing the pale yellow smog before suddenly leaping forward. Uh-oh.
That thing doesn't even have a waist. And he's as big as a kangaroo.
Well, you wanted to go toe-to-toe with a kangaroo. This is your test drive, driver.
His waist is right there. Can't you see?
A frightened critter is dangerous. Please stay back, child.
Oh, fairy dust. Okay, what am I fighting here? Sutakiki. A beast-like critter covered in an excessive amount of industrial waste. Born of modern industry, it adapts to its environment with the resilience of a true Londoner. Only it's far better at it than most humans. Oh, right, I need to adjust you guys. Okay, that's fine. Mostly halfway trust, halfway just carry DPS.
Which of these darlings shall we attend to first?
What a rotund body. Very rotund. Very smile. Anyway.
Sir, I suggest you cover your mouth and nose. There's something off about this smog.
Christ, so the rumours are true. I never should have gone into an alley like this on such a smoggy day.
Okay, no voice for this.
He's looking at the end of the alley. He must want to go that way.
The smog's not as thick there. I think he wants to escape. Maybe the smog's harmful to him too.
I see smog inhalation. What is this? Smoke inhalation. When any unit gets a stats down control or neg status, smoke inhalation increases. When a bar is full, inflict 4 instances of poison on random enemies and 4 instances of poison on random allies. Oh, that's interesting. So hold on, if I use
Whose heart is beating so loud?
this stuff, it should provoke it?
Perfectly understood. I hear something. Don't be so furious.
Oh yeah.
Flee, mortals!
Agents have guns. It's called common sense.
I look forward to punishing you.
Hey, find the support staff.
Oh, that's a lot of poison. Oh my god, that's a lot of poison. Holy shit, that's a lot of poison.
I hear something.
To the right.
Agents have guns.
Just normal London weather, ain't it?
Finally, it's just you and me, Master.
Bollocks, bollocks! Turn over already, you stupid car!
The engine roars to life again, its pistons drumming the retreat as the car careens through the streets.
Why did Mr. Driver run away like the Sutakiki?
He is in a hurry, he wants to fight a kangaroo.
He was worried for his car. If it got damaged, it could cost him his job.
Yeah, that is true.
Lose his job? Oh, got it. I don't want to lose my job neither.
The little girl gives an empathetic nod, but a child her age has no place in anything to do with the word work.
He has a car, so I wager he makes more than 6 pence a week. How did he get that job? Can I do it too?
You need a driver's license.
I suppose you could, once you grow up. Here, open your mouth.
Tooth Fairy produces a shimmering jar of ointment made from ground golden fairy and lanolin, a concoction capable of soothing one's fear and swallowing a Tooth Fairy for the first time.
What's this?
You were hurt. It's a kind of ointment. It will numb the pain if you ingest it, or reduce the inflammation if you rub it on your wound.
Was I hurt? I feel a little pain. But what do you mean by inflammation? Does that mean I'll catch on fire?
No.
Take it, and
Maybe.
you will feel much better. Doctor's orders, kid.
The little girl's curiosity easily trumps her hesitation toward the unfamiliar. She stretches her neck and sucks Tooth Fairy's ointment-covered finger. What the fuck?
Huh?
It's a bit sour, like a moldy raspberry, but still sweet. Why aren't other pills as sweet as yours? I see. So you're a witch doctor, aren't you? I can tell from your metal mask, necklace, and the golden fairies in your jar.
Oh, sure.
That is a reasonable assumption.
So you're here for the Uluru Fair then? Must be. You even got the flyer with you.
Actually, I'm here as a doctor to investigate a tuberculosis outbreak. But the strange black fog damaged the hospital I was heading to. I followed the trace it left behind to this area.
Black fog? There ain't no black fog. Around here the smog is yellow. And sometimes I've seen black smoke puffing up from the factory chimneys. But never in Cross Street. I'd like to be an arcane skill, miss. Lots of us Arcanists here. That's why we're all chuffed up for the Uluru qualifiers. There's herbalists, sidekicks, diviners, magicians.
Thank you, Flutterpage. I think I've got the idea.
Left to her own devices, Flutterpage could recite the job of every Arcanist on the entire street.
Great, then I'll show you around. You'll like it here.
Flutterpage grabs Two Fairy's hand and drags her toward the heart of Cross Street. By the way, I like the fact that she licked her finger and Two Fairy was like, "What the fuck? What the shit is this child?" Well then. The to be continued is just like, "I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark." Alright, Opening day. This brochure is issued to all Uluru qualifier participants and enthusiasts. Full details are found in the back. Uluru Fever. Fun, food, and the unforgettable Uluru. Come one, come all, the Uluru Fair is now open. Important notice, the champion of the borough voting has begun. Head to the central square of the Uluru Fair, 1 vote per person. Vote now! Announcement, the mock Uluru games are open to all, offering 3 main categories, shooting, racing, and ball games, consisting of a grand total of 7 challenges. Enjoy the thrill of sports and entertainment, all for just 6 pence. I wonder how much that is for inflation. Recommended venue, Victor's Cinema. The legendary Uluru Athletes documentary series is now in theaters. Don't miss out on Uluru Trivia Night, held every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Winners will be awarded 2 tickets to a featured event. Recommended booth, Puck's Fortune Telling. Match predictions and good luck charms await you all at Puck's Fortune Telling. Gambling! Alright. Time to see the residents, huh? Swallows in the chimney. Reach your hand into this long, dark pipe. Also, I love this old-timey...
Welcome to Cross Street!
Old-timey loading screen thing. Good old mute movies. Cross Street, London. Makeshift stalls line the streets as the Arcanists celebrate the approaching Uluru qualifiers. This event will decide who gets to represent Great Britain in the finals in Australia. Flutterpage lets the last of the Uluru flyers slip from her fingers. They scatter as they soar on the wind and drift into half-open windows.
Stop littering, you grimy little bug.
This is the Uluru Fair!
Two Fairy inspects the street, studying the alleys on either side, but finds nothing.
The trace of the black fog seems to have disappeared into a large gathering of Arcanists. A wise choice. A choice, I'm already assuming, that has a certain level of intelligence.
Also, just looking at the image in the background with all the yellowish smog through the street, it's just... I don't have asthma, but this is giving me asthma. Ultimately, she is only a doctor. When it comes to things outside of illness, she often finds herself lost.
It sounds like a monster. Like from Tall Tales where adults make up to scare us. But I heard people talking when I was sitting on the roof. They say it was born from a smokestack.
It does appear to have a similar composition to soot.
That's no good for the birds, Miss Doctor. I sure hope it don't come here. I don't want it to muck up the Uluru Fair, or scare the canaries away from the chimneys.
What's so special about the canaries?
They always know where the lanolin snails are hiding. All I'll do is give them a bit of old bread or seeds. and they find me the snails. It's my snail catching day. Stay right there, miss. I'll be back soon as I finish. Don't go getting off your sauce while I'm gone.
Off your sauce? With that, Flutterpage drifts toward a stall decorated with Union Jack bunting, before disappearing like a whisper on the wind. A gentleman in a fine grey woolen coat stands tall nearby. He is utterly incordious with the rest of the street.
This is an Arcanist Fair Booth application form. You need only fill this, and get proper approval from the city government. Then no one can bother you.
Are you Fog?
Approval, eh? What's the point? The games will be over by the time they've even looked at my application.
Are we entirely certain we even want to hold the fair in these conditions? Don't you think the weather now isn't appropriate for that kind of strenuous physical activity?
What else can we do? We need to earn our bread, or perhaps you could clean the air for us, eh, Mr. Fogwalker?
It is.
I'm doing all that I can.
Which means you can't do nothing at all, don't it? Yeah, we're coughing. But what we make in a day at the fair here is more than an entire week anywhere else. Not like we have royal allowances to rely on, unlike you. Enough of it already. Now, would you mind moving aside for the little lady behind you? She's been waiting a while.
Oh, I do apologize, miss. Miss Tooth Fairy.
I didn't expect to run into you here, Mr. Fogg.
The pleasure is all mine, miss. Oh, where my manners. Welcome to London.
Yeah, he does very much resemble his son, of course. Just he found a comb. Okay. Nice to see the dad now. Ooh, that's a bad cough. A cross-street local hurries by, letting out a sharp, violent cough.
Of course, we were supposed to meet in the office of the London Atmospheric Cleanup Committee. I'd have prepared a fine Indian tea for you, but I was called away to deal with matters here on Cross Street. It's a happy coincidence that you popped by. It will save us both some time.
Also funny, he doesn't have too strong of a British accent. Mr. Fogg awkwardly fiddles with his gloves, clearly feeling embarrassed at the indecency of their meeting. Thankfully for him, Tooth Fairy seems more concerned about the issue at hand.
Something the matter? You mean the air pollution?
Not precisely, no. Though one could say the problem is related. In fact, it seems just about every one of our problems comes down to these sticky contradictions. For example, contrary to good wisdom, the people of Cross Street have opted to continue their fair, despite the obvious dangers of the fog. That's just unreasonable.
You're the unreasonable one here, mate. Stop the Uluru Fair on account of a bit of fog. Fog in London. Should we cancel if there's water in the Thames next?
Citizens should be made aware of the harm caused by fog, and reduce unnecessary outdoor activities.
Pardon me? You lot government officials?
A few busybodies gather near the two of them, ready to catch the latest gossip.
You saying we aren't allowed to celebrate the Uluru qualifiers? So what are you expecting us to do? Just watch the games and then pop off home? It's not like there are many events left for us Arcanists to celebrate in our own country.
Sir, you seem to have quite a severe cough.
Oh, it's not so bad. Just a little curse is all. Doesn't matter none. A good Arcanist healer can cure me.
That's exactly what I've been talking about. A curse? Good lord, man. You have a disease called tuberculosis. You need a proper doctor, not a healer.
Maybe this is just how citizens in Cross Street best comprehend the disease. In the Arcanist way. It's not a matter of Arcanists or humans. Tuberculosis is caused by the presence of bacterium in the air. It can't be cured through ritualistic purification or exorcism.
Yep.
You just don't get it, do you? It's not like that.
Sure.
If this tuber what have you is the reason, then why does my chest burn like hell? I've never heard of no bacteria what could do that.
You feel like your chest is burning?
Like swallowing a flaming coal it is. It all started this month. Never felt anything like this before.
Well, that is concerning.
Like I said, there's no disease. This has to be the Fog Hag's curse. She's the one who summoned this damnable black fog. She used to be a toad before she was thrown into an alchemist's cauldron and came out as a twisted old hag that haunts our street.
Could you tell me more about the black fog?
The vendor remains silent, shooting a hostile glance down Cross Street.
Shh! Don't say anything about it. It'll bring bad luck.
Uh-huh. He coughs, waving his hand to scatter the attention of the crowd, then vanishes into the yellow smog.
So now we have a fog hag? What's to come next, I wonder?
Also, buddy, your lungs are burning because you're taking in all this stupid yellow smog. It's literally burning away your lungs. He raises his hands in resignation, knowing that, as a gentleman, he should speak no further on the matter.
Sometimes, despite being an Arcanist myself, it's hard to understand my own people. But that's what they think around here. My colleague is presently out investigating this curse they mentioned. But, to say nothing of his intrepid skills as a ranger, I doubt he'll produce any evidence of this so-called hag. In fact, he...
Oh. A long, sharp whistle cuts through the air, like that of a rider galloping across the plains on the land down under. But what follows is not the sound of hooves.
Arthur, a little help, mate. We've got trouble.
The little play horse. Oh my god. Alright, hi. A hat riding a hobby horse races forward, its coat fluttering in the thick smog like a cavalryman returning from a reconnaissance mission. A dark cloud follows close behind him.
So, here it is.
Mm-hmm.
What's that after you now, old hat?
It's the black fog. Seems I've startled it, and now it's sent out critters into the streets. Steady on. Let's charge like soldiers of the Great Emu War.
Well, this is fun. Carbuncle.
It's the hag. The hag's curse is coming for us.
Those nasty critters are coming from her garden. Run!
Holy shit, they're screaming. Carbuncle. Group Buncle. A cluster of critters that ingeniously harnesses industrial waste. Is he in like a mech suit or something? They rummage through landfills, assembling odd contraptions, and use their searing bodies as energy sources, marching into a new era, unstoppable. Carbuncle. A blazing hot critter that's nearly impossible to catch, clogging chimneys, snuffing out fireplaces, tripping up the lamplighters. It's a menace like no other. If there's a coal stove burning nearby, it slips away from trouble like a wisp of smoke. Lovely.
Which of these darlings shall we attend to first?
Holy mech suit. That is funny as hell.
Finally, it's just you and me, Master.
Kennen.
May I say it was an honor to serve as your bodyguard, miss. I'm Brimley, the ranger colleague of my mate here, Arthur Fogg.
I like that in the first Uluru game he was just a hat. Or rather, in the future he's just a hat, no coat, no nothing.
I wasn't hurt. Thanks to you.
Mr. Fogg lightly brushes the soot from his coat before walking over to Tooth Fairy. Despite clearing away most of the black fog, his expression looks grim.
Thank you, Miss Tooth Fairy, for telling us what happened at the hospital. We ought to make a summary of our investigation so far.
Seasoned government employees are particularly good at providing summaries.
We've encountered 3 oddities thus far today. This mysterious black fog, the unusual burning chest symptom, and...
He carefully considers his words before bringing up the difficult third point. Huh. Okay.
This so-called fog hag.
Oh.
Living on Cross Street.
Well done, mate. You did it. You said it out loud. We may just break the ice of your soul yet.
I'm only doing my due diligence by quoting the title verbatim. Back to the topic. Combining these clues together, we should assume a causal connection. The hag releases black fog, giving Londoners this variant of TB with the burning chest symptom.
When did you move into 221B Baker Street, mate?
How to use Sherlock Holmes without using the full name of Sherlock Holmes? Just name the address. God, I really hate how rigid the copyright behind the name Sherlock Holmes is for anything. You really can't use it without infringing any kind of copyright shit, unless they're gonna say it in a moment, and they're gonna literally name him. But I remember watching a Let's Play of how was that first one called? The shit. What was it called again? Ace Attorney Chronicles? Was that it? The one that takes place in the past, and they had essentially Sherlock Holmes in the whole thing, but they couldn't call him Sherlock Holmes, so they called him how was it? Harlock Sholmes or something? God. Still, one of the best characters I've ever seen in any game. The Fogwalker shifts his gaze, knowing that even if he were to inhale a mouthful of that black fog, his face couldn't look any grimmer.
It's a reasonable speculation. If so, then the first thing is to determine if such a lady lives here on Cross Street. We'd better pay her a visit.
If you insist, Dal.
Also, I keep forgetting to say it, but I guess the hag is gonna turn out to be Willow.
I can already confirm that for you. She's here, all right. Down at the house of the mangy front garden at the south end.
Very well. But might I suggest we don't all go in a rush to pay her a visit? We know nothing about her, or even whether this hag is a danger.
A little figure squeezes its way in.
Oi, Miss Witch Doctor. You done talking to Mr. Fogg and Mr. Hat?
Miss Witch Doctor.
Flutterpage, where have you been?
Wasn't you listening? I was off catching snails, with a bit of help from the canaries.
This girl, Flutterpage lifts an old glass jar filled with snails.
Good on you, little tacker. That's quite the harvest.
The attacker. She tucks the jar away in the folds of her clothing, then lightly grabs the hem of Tooth Fairy's coat.
Shall we then, Miss Witch Doctor?
Where are you taking me?
Thought I'd show you around Cross Street. Figuring since I'm the best guide here.
Are you? Then, do you happen to know about the house at the south end of the street?
Flutterpage ponders for a moment before her eyes widen in realization.
Sure do. Actually, these snails are for her. You can tag along with me to see her if you like.
Oh, you're friends, okay. To be continued. Woohoo! Oh, another one. A human report. A conversation overheard as a carbindicle basks in photosynthesis. Listen together. Between the pages. What's this? Rubbish. Stop poking around. Rubbish? And this is a book? Don't you want it? Mind if I take Butcher's? You wouldn't understand it. You're right, I don't understand it. So, what's it about then? Do you have anything better to do? I haven't done any of today's chores. I haven't taken that package to my sister or helped the lady next door with her little one, like Mom asked. But I don't want to do any of those things. I just want to stay here a little longer. Insects are herbs with leaves and purple flowers. Maybe it's an adventure book? About the adventures of a little creepy crawly and its friends? Can I draw a story for it inside? Can I? You just don't stop, do you? Can't you find someone else to entertain you? Or maybe I just have mug written all over my face? Fine. Do whatever you want with it. Stay here for all I care. Just leave me alone, understand? Leave me alone! I can do whatever I want with it? Thanks, but I don't have a pen. Do you? Here, draw, bug off. What the fuck? Okay, I wonder if the one who can't read, who can't read, is Flutterpage probably? Just some random guy. Fog hat. Okay. A recluse, shrouded in rumors. Is it time? Fog hag. Old house, cross street. The smoke in the garden feels unusually dense. It has taken on an almost milky, gelatinous quality. God! Ugh! This is really just giving me asthma by looking at it. Ugh! The damp, fishy air sticks to the visitors. Sparse ivy vines around the ancient stone wall, its bare roots clinging desperately to it.
This right here, miss, is the Fog Lady's house. As you can tell, it is a very big, big house. Not like mine. Mine is small, but very high up.
Steep, tilted roofs, sash windows. It's very Victorian.
Oh no. Her name ain't Victoria, miss. At least, I don't think so.
Not what she meant, but yeah, I get it.
No. I mean, Victorian architecture is a kind of style of house. I'm saying this house must have a long history.
Oh. Too right about that, miss. It's been here for ages. Come along then, I'll take you in.
Flutterpage doesn't knock, nor does she touch anything resembling a doorbell. She simply leads two fairies straight to the garden gate. Holy squeaks! Vines carbuncle, okay. Several carbuncles peek out from among the vines before quickly retreating, their eyes still locked on the visitors.
Are these her critters?
You lot are hungry today, ain't you?
Oh, are the snails for them? Ugh. From the folds of her oversized frock, Flutterpage pulls out a jar filled with snails.
They ain't for you. They're for the lady of the house. Now please let me and Miss Witch Doctor through.
The carbuncles refuse their entry, shooting out a few tendrils to form a blockade.
Sorry, Miss Witch Doctor. They was much friendlier before.
You've been here before?
Yep. They always let me in straight away. No clue what set them off this time.
The extra people? Flutterpage stands on her tiptoes, planning to hop over the barrier, but after a quick glance at two fairies, she abandons the idea.
I don't rightly know what to do. I try calling her, but it won't do much good. Even if she heard me, she won't come out.
You're saying she never leaves her house?
Not that I ever seen.
Do other people visit her?
No.
But you visit her often?
She likes when I bring her snails. You think she eats them? All I know is I gave her snails. And then she asked me to stay around her house for a while.
Huh.
When she's not in a sour mood, she even teaches me some words for arcane skills. But if she is sour, then all she does is hand me some books, and I can't even read most of them. Don't go asking her too many whys. If you do, she says, "Get out!" And you got to go.
Okay, I'm gonna guess the previous thing was maybe a conversation between those two then.
So far, the longest I stayed was a whole afternoon.
Damn.
I see.
Two Fairy surveys the old mansion. To her, it looks more like a small castle than a house. She decides not to disturb the formidable witch dwelling within it.
Maybe I'm the reason they aren't letting you in. I'll just stay back here.
All right, then. Stay there and I'll tell her about you, miss.
The carbuncles lower their guard as Two Fairy retreats. The strange plants and critters in the garden clear the way for Flutterpage as she makes her way down the path. Flutterpage raises the snail jar high above her head as if presenting some kind of token.
Miss? Do you hear me? Wakey, wakey!
Ooh. I'm sorry. That's just me opening a door right now. People, I need to go out. The fuck? Not really, but still. Oh, wait. I was so enamored by it that I forgot to read. The lock clatters heavily, and the hinges on the old oak door give a mournful groan. Uh-huh.
Here you go, miss. A fresh batch of snails.
Oh, does Two Fairy maybe know her? She doesn't respond. The witch's stare is fixed on the unfamiliar woman by the garden entrance. the click, the tongue click. She's so annoyed.
Who is this?
Well, I don't know her name, but she's a witch doctor.
Sure.
She came here in a car with a flyer of the Uluru qualifiers, so I think she's here for the Uluru... Oh, I forgot that you don't like the word.
Oh, God.
Hello, miss. I'm here investigating the source of the black fog. You can call me Tooth Fairy.
I'm clicking. It's not advancing. What? Just
Go away.
Okay, there we go. Jesus. What is happening right now?
But why?
There we go.
I ain't asked too many whys, miss, did I? That was only my first one today. Oh.
She realizes something.
So I can't come in at all? You promised you'd help me practice my arcane skill.
Then you better not let me catch you saying Uluru ever again.
The witch anxiously snatches the snail jar from the girl's hand and closes the door. Jesus. The door closes.
Aw.
Aw, indeed.
Oh, she left me a book. Look, it's got a carbuncle on it.
Come here, Flutterpage. Are you all right?
I thought I could play at her house today.
Would you like to do something else?
Like what?
Like, see your new friend, Mr. Hat?
Mr. Hat?
Mr. Hat. Okay. LACC. What in the shit just happened?
Ms. Flutterpage, I'll ask you to not wear me on your head.
Oh.
I know I can fly, but that doesn't mean you can treat me like a kite. Besides, I'm due to begin my patrol. I need to...
And he's gone. A gust of wind blows Brimley into the hallway, spurring Flutterpage to give chase.
That gives us some time for business. First of all,
did you do that?
Allow me to express my respect for your adventurous spirit. A haunted hag mansion whose owner feeds on snails. To visit her so quickly on your own initiative was a bold move, Miss Tooth Fairy.
Are you a bit of a superstitious guy? I wonder. He now has no choice but to admit the existence of the witch.
Here's your tea.
Or maybe...
no sugar.
Or maybe, maybe not superstitious, maybe just... he doesn't believe in anything like that until he sees it. Like, he needs to see proof first before believing it. Which is kind of a wild stance to have if that's the case, considering he's an Arcanist. And of course, he has kept the promised Indian tea at the forefront of his mind.
The connection between this lady and the black fog will require further confirmation. However, judging from our encounter, she doesn't seem to have much concern for the world outside her home. I also noted that the word Uluru seemed to irritate her.
A true hikikomori.
Uluru? As in the Uluru Games? Not a fan, I take it. It's certainly odd for an Arcanist to have a negative impression of the games. Though not unprecedented. Which reminds me of this letter. I suspect our Fog Lady might be glad to hear it.
Mr. Fogg places a voiced letter between the two of them. The paper swiftly transforms into a wide mouth.
Letter from the St. Pavlov Foundation Uluru Games Organising Committee to the Uluru London Qualifiers Organising Committee.
Uh-huh.
Copied to the office of the London Atmospheric Cleanup Committee. Due to the rapid deterioration of air quality in London and the presence of an unidentified arcane-related tuberculosis outbreak, we regretfully have decided that the Uluru London qualifiers will be cancelled until further notice, to protect the health of competitors and spectators.
Huh.
Competitors still wishing to participate are encouraged to register for the qualifiers in Paris or other cities.
The paper folds itself up and drops back onto the table. Mr. Fogg sighs.
I received this shortly after submitting my report concerning the events on Cross Street.
They're right. It's better for everyone's help.
No objections here. But it's certain to cause a stir. Miss Tooth Fairy, you saw how passionate the citizens were about this event. What it means to them. They'll eat us alive when we announce this.
Yeah, I feel like this is gonna lead down to the path of they're gonna be denied it and they're gonna be in an uproar. The uproar is gonna cause maybe the storm or something to approach quicker or the fog to become worser. If it's influenced or amplified by people's emotions. Yeah, this is gonna go down south quick.
So much more so that it's cancelled because of air quality. The firm will not be pleased, I can assure you. This great city will be the laughingstock of Europe. If not the entire world. Unless there's a way to clean the air in London. Perhaps then I might convince the Foundation to reconsider.
Mr. Fogg, there's only 3 weeks left before the qualifiers. It's a serious effort just to address the smog over London, let alone this new black fog and the disease that has come with it.
3 weeks. 1 for making plans, 1 for enacting said plans, and still 1 more for the final procedures.
He slumps into his chair with his arms crossed and glares furiously at the voiced letter on the desk.
What are you doing now, Mr. Fogg?
Glaring?
Thinking, Miss Tooth Fairy, is how I make the plans.
Brimley, fleeing pursuit, eventually finds his way back.
Forgive me for interrupting, Arthur, but I had to call off my patrol earlier than expected. I'm afraid I need a favor of you, Miss Tooth Fairy.
Uh-huh.
Would you mind helping us with some of the sick? After that black fog rolled through, patients with this tuberculosis variant seem to be multiplying as fast as hares in the Great Artesian Basin.
That's not good. Ooh, that's not good. It's definitely gonna cause a lot of stir with people. Very interesting. The thing centered... Oh, this is... I guess where the office is. Very interesting. This thing centered on the garden here with them approaching. I can barely see the two in the bottom. They're blending in so much. But you can actually see inside of her house. That is kind of neat. Got them camping place inside of it. Neat. Anyway. Oh, now it shifts to the house anyway. Past glory. What has been engraved in your mind, seared into your sight, and etched onto your very being? Also very interesting. I don't know anything about... Thank you for the binaural audio.
Through misty woods, on paths concealed by haze, he thrice died and thrice was born in ancient days. Guide me rightly, that I may not stray.
Whoa! Hi. By the willow fire, a witch is dancing. She performs her dance alone, only the shadows cast by the flames accompanying her.
Flowers bear fruit, and beasts give offspring's way. With eyes of fire, pierce through the cloudy maze.
Ooh. Well, this is very interesting.
Failed again. Damn it.
You look very pretty. Also, where was it? Through misty woods. Oh, no, not that. By the willow fire, a witch is dancing in the ritual ground. Also, what I was about to say before it started was the only thing I know about her is that I guess from the appearance of the costume on her promoted artwork, she has something to do with dance, maybe ballet, and that she has a prosthetic leg. She clenches her right leg, her fingers turning white at the tips.
I won't get anywhere so long as I can't move right.
The carbuncles? The typical docile carbuncles are now locked in a frenzied, shrieking match. What should have been a calming ritual has quickly turned into a bloodied war drum, and all because of a single misstep.
Enough! The last thing this haunted old place needs is another crazy creature!
Damn. Oh, immediately into battle, okay. Is it just... Whoa, spore carbuncles? A critter often found in the corners of the garden, inedible, born of failure and madness. It's saturated with the venom of unbridled emotions. Aha!
A bold attempt.
Whoa! Oh good, they have counter. Oh, all members are participating, okay. Interesting.
Radio waves are everywhere. Now, to preserve this memory in our dreams.
Miss Willow!
I swear to God.
Uh-huh. She collapses by the willow fire, causing the intense flames to suddenly die down. She swiftly grabs a blanket from the pile to cover her legs.
Whatever thing you are, don't think I won't strangle you to death with my bare hands.
Wow. She struggles to her feet, but just as she's about to stand, one leg gives way. Oh no. The little girl tumbles through the window and into the room.
Bloody.
Bloody. She tries to lift herself up for the second time, but can only support half of her body. She looks up to find a little face among a pile of stitched and restitched clothes. There could be no more embarrassing or infuriating way for another to behold her.
What are you doing here?
I only wanted to show you the arcane skill you taught me.
Flutterpage nimbly gets back on her feet, bouncing around as she shakes off the dust. Seeing that the girl is unharmed, the witch turns her face, hiding her fleeting look of concern.
But you are in a bad mood, aren't you? What happened? I promise I didn't call you Miss Willow in front of others.
Okay, so you do know her name.
You said I can call you Miss Willow when it's just you and me, right?
And you actually listened? First time for everything, eh? But it's not about what you call me.
Then what is it?
She stares at Willow in confusion. Suddenly she realizes why she's lying on the ground.
Let me help you up.
I don't need it.
Please accept the help. Don't be... I know that pride can sometimes stop a person from accepting help, but please. With a flick of her wrist, Willow's coat and hat leap onto her like loyal dogs. She tries to stand up for a third time, using the rough stone pillar beside her for support, and finally manages to straighten herself out.
So then if you value my words so highly, what about the time I told you I don't need a knocker-upper?
I remember. You told me, there's no sense waking me up for anything. I don't have any work to go to. But I'm not here to wake you up, am I? I already did that for the whole street hours ago.
Oh, have you now? Then maybe you can buzz off and bother someone else. I didn't give my permission to let annoying little flies in my house. I'm in the middle of something important, so leave me be.
Willow grabs a broom handle and points it toward the window Flutterpage opened.
Just one more question, miss. I'll be quick. Miss Tooth Fairy and Mr. Fog say you made people sick with the black fog. But I know you didn't do it. Did you? You never told me you can summon black fog.
Done with all that nonsense, are you? If that's all you knocked on my window for?
But if you didn't, I can tell them the truth. Or you could even help them find the black fog. You're the best witch I know.
Their problem is no concern of mine.
Oh. But I did hear something. I was thinking maybe you'd like to hear it too.
Uh-huh.
Letter from St. Pavlov Foundation.
Oh, she listened in? Oh yeah, she was there. Well, she was there, but she was kind of busy?
Due to... what? Deterion air quality? And arcane tubercle kiss?
Tubercle kiss. This child.
They said the Uluru qualifiers are cancelled.
Stop.
She doesn't wanna hear that word.
Do you understand at all what you're saying?
No, but...
Go away.
Aww.
Aww.
I said that.
I said get out!
Jesus. She seizes Flutterpage with both hands, half dragging, half pulling her toward the open window. Are you tossing her out of the window?
You know what I don't want to hear, eh, lass? Your voice.
Good lord. Flutterpage is flung out the window and carried away like a kite with a broom string on the breeze.
And your infernal knocking.
Ah!
Don't you never take another step into my house. Never.
Jesus. The room reverts to its familiar silence, no life save for its solitary resident, just as it has been for the past decade. Her hostility thrown on coat and hat slide to the floor as Willow leans on her right leg and limps over to the storage table filled with bottles and jars. There's still enough mucus left over from yesterday's nails for her to use. She pours the liquid from the jar into the cauldron.
Just a wee bit left.
I wonder what she's using that stuff for. She sets the fire alight, and the lubricant starts to bubble in the cauldron.
Eat snails? Let them think what they will. I don't care. The fog hag. A toad monster. Failed work of an ancient alchemist. Yes, of course, Charlotte O'Hagan. You're nothing but an ugly, evil, terrifying fog hag living in a haunted house. You deserve every bit of it.
Aww. Charlotte O'Hagan, so that's, I guess, her full name? She lifts her eyes and gazes out the window. To her surprise, she can see the moon, a flurry of small clouds slowly making their way across it, and a flock of silhouetted birds swooping and swerving in tacit harmony. Like the white sheep that roamed those vast rocky hills, like the witches in black robes who danced together in perfect unison.
What an age. At last, witches no longer need worry about being captured in their sleep, pierced on a stake, or burnt alive.
Huh. Okay, so yeah, she was indeed one of the witches who survived the witch hunts. Jeez.
Our next competitor is our witch from Ireland, a once-in-a-generation talent!
Oh, she's from Ireland.
The
Okay.
ancient rituals are different now. We dance, communicating with spirits like a joyful game.
The Uluru Games!
Or a graceful competition.
And the winner for the floor ritual is...
A desirable.
Good lord.
I left the pot on.
The smell signals a point of no return for the lubricant, and its appearance confirms it as she sees a small blackened mass stuck to the bottom of the cauldron. Lubricant, huh? I was kinda starting to think that she's probably using it as a lubricant for the prosthetic leg or something like that. Willow's prosthetic leg grinds and cracks as the joints rub up against each other, causing her hip to itch.
Back and back. Fit for the rubbish now. Rubbish.
Aww. I kinda hinted there at it, but I wonder if... I mean, her resentment towards the Uluru games and stuff like that definitely leaves me with the impression that she participated in one of them. Potentially won, but something happened and she lost her leg in it. Guide on emergencies. Everyone is curious about the witch's garden, and everyone fears it, except for one small bird. To her, it isn't so dangerous. Follow her. Two alternating handwriting styles. Do not touch any plants with barbs. Barbs? The thing I had to pull out of your leg yesterday? If a plant cuts you and the wound turns purple, or the blood isn't bright red, knock on my window. At any time, even if you're dancing. At any time. In the evening, the critters will lower their top butts to the ground. Try not to step on them. Got it. So can I touch the top butts? Do whatever you want. Just don't come crying to me when they bite you. Stop squeezing in through the damaged parts of the fence. Just use the front gate. Righto. Didn't know I weren't supposed to. I'm teaching you arcane skills so you can fly, not crawl. Okay. This is an interesting dynamic between these two. Anyway. Little knocker up. The wind blowing through this place has seen everything. Holy shit. As morning breaks, the rooster crows, announcing the start of another day of hard labor for the people of the East End. In this land of industry, shipyards and factories, there is a dire need of coal, fuel, and the labor to sustain them.
Good morning, sir, madam. This here's your wake-up call.
Good lord, you are the resident rooster. I'll be not even shocked if her Udimo version is literally just a rooster or something.
Rise and shine, wakey time.
Flutterpage looks up to the grey sky above. There is only a touch of blue and no sun, stars or moon to be seen.
Enough! I said enough with the gal. I'm already awake, ain't I? So stop buzzing around.
The seasoned knocker-upper deftly dodges the basin full of foot-washing water that has just been flung out of the window and slips through the alley and onto the next street. She still has a job to do.
Wakey, wakey! Morning's here! Mrs. Wilson, you awake? You can't be late again, or old Mr. Pig Eyes will be on you with his belt. What happened? Didn't she hear me?
Suddenly, she's shoved from behind. Uh-oh.
Oi, who did that?
Shut up already, Liberty. Didn't you know Mrs. Wilson was sick?
Liberty?
She's sick? What's wrong?
Uh-oh.
Doesn't hurt like swallowing a burning coal, does it?
Who told you that? Yeah, maybe. Plenty of folks have been getting that too. My dad says it's a curse.
It's not
sure,
a curse,
buddy.
dummy.
I'm no dummy, Liberty. You are. Believing anything what that hag told you. She's a dirty, ugly old liar. And she's the one who cursed everyone here. She's a toad. A toad what can't get out of her house to see sunlight. And decided to curse us all just because she didn't like the fair.
Have you gone off your rocker, Freddy? Just leave me alone. I got work to do.
That's work, eh? You call knocking on people's window work?
I mean, someone has to be the wake-up alarm. The boy rolls up his sleeve and pats his bicep.
I climb up in the steam turbines to tighten up the screws. And I clean them chimneys from the inside. Think you can do that, eh?
Oh god, what a job. Oh.
But I don't want to tighten screws or climb up chimneys. I don't like the smells.
Oh, so you like the smell of this black fog, do you? All thanks to your wicked hag friend.
Go away.
She whips a clothesline pole? She whips a clothesline pole at the boy's knee with a sharp crack. Ooh. The boy leaps forward, the boy leaps toward the girl, but loses her among the heap of rags.
Huh?
He swivels his head toward the sound and stands there shocked as Flutterpage deftly leaps over him.
What the?
The fog lady taught me this.
Lady? You mean that hag? I should have guessed. You'd be that ugly toad witch's apprentice.
You're not my friend anymore.
Damn. She runs off deeper into Cross Street. Damn. This is not gonna end well. Old house, Cross Street. The old mansion looks just as it always does, from the strange garden to the ominous building half lost in the haze of the smog. Even so, Flutterpage is hit by an unusual feeling, one she can't quite place.
It's not snail delivery day, but after she threw me out of the house last time, Maybe I'll go apologize.
Nah.
Maybe then I can learn some more tricks from her. Or at least read her books.
She really likes her. Uh-oh. The creature eyes her warily.
Hello, hello. Now, why didn't you let Miss Tooth Fairy in last time? She's not a bad person. She even gave me some flying medicine. It was sweet and sour. You think Miss Willow's lonely? She needs new friends. And maybe some flying medicine, too.
The carbuncle seems to reject her assessment, leaping side to side in a clear display of defiance.
But this time, I won't go through the window. Not that I get why she was so mad. Was it that I stopped her from eating breakfast, maybe? Well, time to figure it out. I bet if I walk in from the front door, she won't be so angry.
Flutterpage enters the garden like she always does, except this time, the carbuncles don't make way for her. Dude, that's a deep roar. They leap at her.
What's wrong?
Flutterpage swings the clothesline pole, but fails to drive them off. They close in on her, malice in their eyes. Fortunately, reinforcements come galloping through the smog.
Miss Flutterpage? What in the blazes are you doing here? Good lord, hope you didn't get hurt.
Mr. Hat!
Miss Bartley, I'd advise you to please stay a safe distance back.
No.
Oh hi, you're new. Carolyn Bartley.
Just look at the state of this garden. Oh, Charlotte, what have you been through to fall this far?
Oh, they know each other. Is she another witch, maybe? Is it just... no, it's... Carbuncle? Okay. A critter that resides in the witch's flower bed. Though it doesn't have roots like its neighbors, it loves to bury itself in the earth and befriend the surrounding plants. Uh-huh.
Which of these darlings shall we attend to first?
Also, I forgot to mention that, but is that a black swan? I guess?
Flee, mortals!
You're not half bad.
Positive encouragement.
Thank goodness, you're in one piece.
I don't get it. They ain't never bit me before.
Well, you must always stay alert when you encounter critters, even in a familiar place. That's some genuine ranger's advice.
A ranger? Are you really a ranger? Can you be a ranger without a real horse? Will I get a hat like you if I get to be a ranger?
He is the hat, but sure. Fortunately, a hat's range of expressions doesn't include awkwardness, or much else for that matter.
Hi, miss. Are you here for the lady living here?
Flutterpage circles the unfamiliar lady, looking her up and down.
Miss, you look a lot like Miss Willow, the fog lady. So straight and proper like a swan.
Oh, okay, I'm getting the picture here. Willow is the black swan and she's the white swan. Ooh.
Miss Willow, you said?
Uh-oh. You said her name out loud. Uh-oh. Flutterpage claps her mouth before realizing she wasn't the one to utter this name. She wasn't the one to utter this name? Flutterpage claps her mouth before realizing she wasn't supposed to utter this name, I guess.
Yes, Miss Willow. Did she say you were allowed to call her that too, miss?
Whoa, was that an audio glitch? That was so brutal. What the hell? Hold on.
Allowed?
Yes, Miss Willow. Did she say you were allowed to call her that too, miss?
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, that glitched. Even her sigh carries an elegant, melodious quality.
What kind of nutter has she become?
Nutter?
Thank you for taking me here, Mr. Brimley. I can handle the rest myself.
Oh boy, will it be fine? She makes a gentle motion with her hand, signaling that she has finished talking.
You're welcome. Let's go, shall we? Hey, little tacker? It's not safe to leave you here. I'll escort you to the hospital. This tooth fairy needs your help.
All right.
Oh, the sad eyes. Flutterpage holds onto Brimley's coat as the two of them leave the garden. She looks back at a few times. Carolyn remains totally unmoving. It's as though she can converse with the owner of the house through her stare alone. If they are witches, I'm wondering if they're from the same covenant then. Or maybe even...
I thought a hospital was a big building. This is more like a fair. Only with sick people.
Or if they are actually family or something, considering the resemblance between the two of them. Patients lie on basic steel frame beds, their once pristine white sheets now marked with yellow and grey stains. In the face of such a scene, the bright flags of the Uluru Games now look lifeless and limp.
Well, you're right there, mate. It's not your typical hospital. Arthur's calling it the London Emergency Relief Centre for Special Tuberculosis Patients.
But it's still kind of a hospital, ain't it?
She doesn't linger on this thought for long. The image of the unfamiliar lady in Willow's garden won't leave her mind.
Who's that swan lady? She's not from Cross Street. How did she know Miss Fog Lady?
Caught herself very quick there.
Swan? I suppose you mean Miss Caroline Bartley. We're hoping she'll be our lifesaver.
Well, okay, judging by that name, they're not related, but... Same covenant, then? Mr. Fogg appears behind them, looking rather pale.
Lifesaver?
Exactly so.
Huh? There's a curious spark behind Miss Fogg's eyes. Mr. Fogg's eyes. He looks straight ahead as he speaks.
See, my hat friend. We civil servants can actually accomplish a thing or two. We found Miss Bartley, a shining star of Uluru, a talented competitor, and above all, she's an insider.
Oh boy.
She arrived in London days ago, looking for our Fog Lady. She claimed to be an old acquaintance. Some luck, isn't it?
Oh boy.
If she can figure out the connection between her, the Black Fog, and this fiery TB... Oh, speaking of which, that Miss Willow truly has a special name.
Uh-huh. That was an awkward laugh.
What are you laughing at? How long have you been up, mate?
A thought crosses Brimley's mind. His partner has probably hardly slept all week. Uh-huh. What is with the god rays of sun there in the back? A burst of glorious vigor illuminates the fogwalker's face, like sunlight breaking through a gap in the grey sky.
Sleep? Who needs to sleep at a time like this? I'm more than energetic. I'm a veritable locomotive. Better than ever.
This guy's riding the high of when you think you should be asleep, but then suddenly you feel super awake, and then you're gonna crash.
Arthur, you need to get some shut-eye, mate.
Yep.
Is that what you think? That I'll just go back home for a little rest now? Now of all times? Dead wrong, mate. We've got rounds to make at the London Emergency Relief Centre for special tuberculosis patients.
You do, but... You know, when you're riding that high of I'm fully awake even though I haven't slept for 24 hours, that's bad. I've been there. That's bad. You don't just need a quick shut-eye. You need like 12 hours of sleep. Straight.
Come with me, my chapeau chap. We've got a city to save.
You're not saving anybody, you're gonna collapse at some point. Mr. Fogg grabs the hobby horse and forcibly drags Brimley away with him.
Oh, all right. Miss Flutterpage, go find Miss Tooth Fairy, would you? She said your arcane skill might be of some help.
That was great, the lowering of the volume. The two of them quickly vanish into the streets.
My arcane skill? Help? How can I help a witch doctor? Maybe Miss Tooth Fairy will tell me. But where is she? So many people here. I can hardly tell them from one another. Oh, but she has got those golden fairies with her. Maybe I can see them. Like how Miss Willow taught me.
Hmm? Oh?
To control the wind, you need to learn to see it first.
That is adorable. That is super adorable.
Can you see the wind, lass?
Only when it's blowing something around, like dust or old paper. But I ain't got nothing like that with me now. I used all of it when Freddy tried to catch me. Is there anything else I can use?
She scans through the pale yellow smog, the fluttering Uluru flags informing her of the wind's direction.
Oh, I see it.
The wind picks up, and the flags, along with the people's clothes, start to flutter in the same direction.
What with this wind, eh? Where's it coming from? Oi, me hat! Please, is there any good Samaritan who can spare a blanket? Oh, God bless you.
The smog dissipates in the wind, and for a brief moment the air is noticeably clearer in this small corner of the world. At one of the beds, a little golden fairy is being held by its wings and placed into a patient's mouth.
Miss Tooth Fairy!
Flutterpage, there you are.
She swiftly closes the patient's mouth, making him swallow her bizarre medicine before walking briskly over to Flutterpage.
What's wrong?
We've got to find a way to clear up the sky.
Well, little one, you seem to be the best solution for that. Literally. Uh-huh. That thick, stubborn... Oh, okay. Some liken it to pea soup, others to the famous Spartan black broth. Notes on a weather chart. It is 10:30 in the morning, yet even by the window the page cannot be read without a lamp. I set the journal by the still, lit the lamp and returned to find it layered in fine coal ash. Best to refrain from keeping the windows open for now. Dude, if that's your air quality, jeez. On the Thames, visibility is so low that feeding these swans is a hopeless task. I hear their mournful calls but cannot see them. Their wings beat against the smog like warnings to retreat. Records suggest fogs like these are unusual for this season. Cases of tuberculosis are on the rise. While I have no firm statistics, the overcrowding in hospitals and sanatoriums tells its own story. By tea time, visibility is improved slightly. The bus lamps barely pierce the fog, their faint glow the only evidence of their passage. Not good. Now my chest is starting to burn too. At the hospital, there's talk of a black fog capable of flattening buildings. Supposedly one hospital was claimed in such a disaster. A tiny tornado? No, didn't look like it. Either this is a macabre joke, or someone should call up an Arcanist to investigate. Alright. Next one, Black Swan. Uh-huh. She alone? I was expecting the other lady to be here with her on the thing, but she's solo, okay. Black Swan. A self-portrait, a reflective depiction of oneself. The oak door slowly creaks open, the inside air meeting the outside and stirring up a faint mist. She struggles her way through the garden, a brazier in her arms.
It's been near a week.
With every step, her right leg gives out a painful creak. She looks at the half-open window. This week has seen a number of uninvited guests, but not one of them was the one she's been hoping to see. That curious little thing who flutters back and forth like a sparrow.
This is how the world works. I should have known. I'm always too naive.
Well, you kinda yelled at her. She's also kinda busy right now. She carries out her usual task of clearing out the garden. First, she gathers dry twigs and leaves to use as kindling. Then she strikes a match, throwing it into the brazier, and waits for the fire to grow. As the fire intensifies, she gathers the trash from around the garden, most of which is flung into her garden by her neighbors, and adds it to the fire.
A dead mouse. Classic. Sure to disgust me.
Jesus. Willow picks up the decaying mouse carcass and tosses it into the flames, the fire flaring up so fiercely it nearly scorches her eyebrows. In the early years, she would often watch from the window, her dark eyes fixed on the people who passed by.
Rotten apples and eggs from that boring old codger. I suppose he's down to his last teeth now. Soon enough, the only thing he'll be eating is porridge. Bit of comfort in knowing he hates porridge.
Even now, the old mansion's doors and windows remain firmly shut. The owner's face hasn't been seen for many years. All the neighbors know is that a fearsome witch lives there.
Hands burnt by steam. It's a curse. Bumping into ghosts during the Samhain. Curse. Lost everything betting on the ponies. Each and every misfortune must surely be Willow's curse.
Sure. She picks up some garlic from the garbage bin. This simple seasoning can be repurposed as seeds or fertilizer.
Superstitious fools.
Hey, free garlic. But also, I wonder... Probably, the story's gonna probably go into it, but I do wonder what the hell happened that she closed herself so strongly away from people outside of the seeming incident that that caused her to lose her leg. The only items that cannot be utilized are the wooden carvings with bizarre symbols on them, rumored to possess the power to ward off demons.
Shysters.
Shysters. Demon banishing water is the most clumsy and silly item, but it's also the most manageable to deal with. Willow simply lets it be, treating the water poured into her garden as free irrigation.
Brats.
Salt. This is the worst offender. It dehydrates the plants, often killing them outright. She digs up the tainted soil, ready to wash later.
Oh. Well, now these are new, aren't they? Blood-stained rags. Wonderful.
Good God!
Sooner or later, they'll all cough their lungs out.
Ooh, right in my right ear. The stiffness... Hold on. The stiffness in her right leg is unbearable. Mosquitoes incessantly buzz in her ears. Moments later, Willow's leg gives way, and she collapses into a patch of potato flowers. Good God, I guess she has still a lot of lingering pain in her leg. Soft, soggy soil. A limp, decomposing body.
No!
She smacks her prosthesis on the knee, and as if the blow will set the joint back in its rightful place. She grabs the dirt as she fights to get to her feet, struggling. This is a struggle she's long grown used to. Lured by the sound of her strikes, the carbuncles slowly make their way toward her.
Away with you!
The critters scatter, ducking behind the leaves and watching her quietly from a distance. She clutches a vine with one hand, but it only throws her off balance, and she falls to the ground once again.
Horrible.
Oh, my dear. Yeah. She's more proficient in the art of balance than almost anyone, yet she also finds it more difficult than anyone to adjust to even the smallest imperfection.
No. I don't need to cast my arcane skills.
Oh, interesting. She doesn't want to cast her arcane skills, like in general?
Stand up. Stand up. You loser, you.
God, I really want to know more and more what happened to her to be so bitter to herself. To be so bitter about herself, towards herself, and then that also translating to be bitter towards everybody else around her. Even the ones who want just good for her.
I need machine lubricant. I suppose I need to buy some.
This time she makes it to her feet.
I can do this. I will do this. All by myself.
Okay. Her steps grow clearer, more steady. She grips the delicate metalwork of the gate.
Nothing to it. Let's go.
Damn. Her leg clacking like a slow, mournful melody, she steps into the smoggy, somber streets of London. Well, she left the house. And even the garden. Jeez. Riverbank. There's a makeshift sign on the door.
Shop closed due to illness, while the owner has gone to Miss Tooth Fairy for treatment. Please leave your name, order, and address on the list below, and we will deliver it to your home as soon as the owner recovers.
She picks up the pen, then sets it down again without writing a single word.
Tooth Fairy. All right. Then I can find the owner if I go to this Tooth Fairy. Is she some kind of doctor, then? Not that she could treat what ails me anyway, eh?
Probably not, but she could probably give you some machine oil?
What other shops might sell canary saliva and lanolin snail's slime?
What? Canary saliva? She wraps her cloak tighter around her body in an attempt to fend off the cold, damp air.
All this time I could have done this, if only I hadn't relied on others for so long. There must be another store for arcane supplies. But...
Click, clack, click, clack.
I think I need to lie down.
The cold hues of the night still linger in the morning mist. The Thames has never looked so quiet. Across the river, earth's red flags flutter like burning balls of fire. A smattering of white emergency medical tents are scattered below them. A trampled Uluru qualifier flyer floats down to her feet, brushing against her ankle.
Sports fanatics, black fog, strange tuberculosis. All these things have nothing to do with me. All I need are my ingredients, nothing more. I ought to just order what I need as a home delivery. Ask them to leave the package at the entrance of the garden once a week. As for the fees, I'll just have to sell all me old medals. That'll be enough to support me until I become a proper hag. And I can never leave my house till the day I die.
Jesus Christ. Oof. That is a mindset to have. You need a hug. Not become a hag.
There's something dark rising up from the water.
Uh-huh. This is voiced.
It's nothing special. A bit of old rope. Or an old boot. Why can't it be a swan? A black swan? Here? Really?
Ooh.
That's why you ought to go out more often. Else you'll miss these precious moments. A chance to see something special, like a black swan. Look at it. Some creatures are born with these smooth, pitch-black feathers. But it's only under the sunlight that you can see their iridescent shine.
Poetic.
That's when all the other animals can only look on and feel themselves inferior. They can never stand out from the crowd in the same way. Your silence is an answer.
Whoa.
I know it. Just as I know every time you lash out and curse, you're cursing your own failure. Walk closer, Charlotte. Why don't we take a better look at it? Look at its gracefully long neck, those magnificent wings, and how it glides across the water. All swans are beautiful, but only the black feathers make it truly stand out. It brings back some memories, don't it? The feeling of being one with the swans, and the flow of each step of our dance. We were so close to perfection. All we needed was for you to spread your wings and fly. Fly to Paris, Cairo, Istanbul, and eventually to the Uluru Rock. Then it comes to me, and I can hold it in my arms, lift it above my head, this perfect, shining golden medal, standing on the Uluru Rock.
Miss Willow, but what are you doing out here?
Oh boy.
You've got to move. Black fog is coming straight for you.
Ignore the noise. Eyes on the swan. It's only a tacky white swan, covered in soot. How ridiculous it looks now. Wearing that false disguise. The poor thing. It must have been covered accidentally.
Huh. That is imagery, alright. Yeah. So she is the white swan that was covered in soot.
Miss Willow, why are you looking at that swan? It's dead.
Of course it's dead and gone. That's right. What kind of swan would want to be with something so ugly and stained? Of course it's ended up alone. Died alone. What else were you expecting? You didn't really believe that spread your wings and fly bollocks, did you?
Hello? Can you hear me, Miss Willow?
You ought to thank the black fog for lifting your illusion. Now you can see it rightly. You're not some special black swan that was born to greatness, you're nothing but.
Miss Willow, what's wrong with your leg?
But a cripple.
Come back for the paint.
Oh. Willow lowers her head to see that Flutterpage is standing at her feet. Two fairies stands a few steps away, calling out to her. Oh. Flutterpage gently touches her prosthetic leg, revealing the secret she has been too proud to admit for the last 10 years. Oh, she never saw her leg?
Why? Why didn't you tell me about your...
You're much stronger than I thought, Miss Willow, if you allow me to address you as such.
Leave me be. I'm going home.
I'll walk you home. I got you.
Oh.
Miss Tooth Fairy and I was just chasing after the black fog, but I can walk you home first.
I just want to go home.
Willow uses all her might to turn, but still can't do it with any grace. Her stiff right leg continues to impede her.
I'll go with you.
She stretches out her hand and pulls at Willow's clothes in a clumsy attempt to stop her friend from leaving.
Flutterpage.
Willow swats her hand away.
Huh?
Yeah, she's not in the right mindset right now, don't...
Stop following me!
Oof.
Miss Willow!
I just want to go home!
Oof.
Oh.
Flutterpage remains in place, her eyes suddenly filled with tears. Two fairy steps away forward and pulls her into a hug. Aww.
I don't want you to follow me.
They look on as Willow shakily walks into the smog, each step grinding away a little more of her dignity. Good God. Good God. That last sentence. Holy shit. Oh yeah, this is a Depresso Espresso story. Oh boy. This is gonna be a ride. This is gonna be a freaking ride. But I think this is where we're gonna stop the story for today. Holy, that scene. Yeah. That was painful. That was very painful. But yeah, we're gonna stop it here, considering that this appears to have 20 stages in total, compared to the usual 15-16 that I'm used to. So I guess we're gonna tackle this in 3 parts. But, yeah, for the rest of this video, I think we're gonna do a couple of pulls. I think I need to do some pulls to distract myself. So let's hop on over to the pull page, shall we? Alright, a good sip of coffee later, time to distract myself for what I just went through. Right, let's see if bullshit luck continues, shall we? Also, Brimley's on this thing, so kinda wanna both. Let's see what we get. Okay, come on. Come on, this was only 110 pull. I haven't done a single pull since the last banner. You can't really... Place your bets now. You can hate me later. Okay, good.
Most star scryers won't read their own future. We are supposed to remain philosophical about almost everything, either good or bad. But I broke the rule.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Kala. Thank you, Kala. What even is she? Oh yeah, she is Star. Okay. Okay. I was like, come on. Alright. Well, the funny thing is I have a guarantee now. Okay, Brimley, please. Oh, it's new.
Good
Hell
to
yeah.
see you again, mate.
How's it going, mate?
Outfit here, it memorializes a great adventure. I thought it fitting as I'm headed on a new journey with you. I'm ready and willing, just as always.
Sure thing. Let's go and throw a shrimp on a barbie. Yeah. Well, I was... Let's see. Let's see. Well, that was a dud. Next one. Another Brimley. Next one. Another dud. Hey, that was my final imprint for Miss Radio. She's now done. Okay. Oh, a new 5-star. Spirit? Oh! Hi.
Miss, your head is tilted.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. I wonder what Vertin's reaction to that kind of comment would be. Miss, your hat is tilted. Okay, 2 5-stars. Nothing new. Hey, another Wiki Tenant. Okay. Okay, this is it. Whoa, what the hell? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars? There we go.
Hello, call me Flutterpage. I used to live in Millwall with my mum and dad and sister. But that don't matter no more, does it?
No. Triple Brimley and a tenant. Okay. Well, that was successful. And done. Back to saving resources. Anyway, both characters acquired. Good lord. Okay, so all I'm gonna say now is we are gonna continue with a bit of a sizzle reel with the first of the big 3 bosses, so enjoy that. But in the meantime, interesting story so far, and definitely depressing as hell. I do wonder how it's gonna continue and what else is gonna happen. But yeah, anyway, hope you enjoyed. If you're watching this for the second time, the story that is, well, sorry for the second dose of depression. Hopefully, this pool session or whatever follows after this is gonna be a bit more enjoyable. Oh, God. Anyway. We love the depression stuff, right? But yeah. Thank you very much for watching, hope you enjoyed. If you did so, please consider leaving a like. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. If you want to support me more directly, memberships are open. No video will be behind a membership as always, it's purely there for support. Thank you very much to the members already doing their part, much appreciated everybody. And yeah, hope you have a fantastic day wherever you are, and I will see you in the next part. Until then, bye bye and enjoy the boss shenanigans. Alright, considering I've never properly done these. I think I only dabbled in one of these at one point. Investigate the bizarre events behind the rumors and stuff the clues into an airtight pocket. We offer gold and glory for the most groundbreaking news. Okay, Darkness of the Abyss. Let's start with you old buddy. Newsflash, Newsflash 2, Crisis Column. Newsflash. Does it say the same thing on all of them? Oh no, that's a different message on every single one. Okay. Darkness of the Abyss. A marine cephalopod creature lurking in the abyss of the Gorgon current. According to the statements of the surviving crew members, after their perilous encounter, they mistook it for a giant tree standing in the ocean. Of course, there are whale boats and towering trees at sea, right? Sure. Inside level 2 and level 20. Newsflash number 2. The seafarers who salvaged the sunken ship claim they glimpsed a nest built from the decayed hull of the vessel. Editor's note: if you are unfortunate enough to find such a nest, do not turn off the bright lights, lest you miss the chance to identify the culprit. Okay, so this is inside 2, level 50. Crisis column. Multiple local research vessels equipped with weapons have been lost. Editor's note: do not travel by boat in the near future, if your budget allows. Oh, question marks. Alright. So, can I see... Star of Latest characters, attack plus 20%, reality defense 20, and mental defense 20%, and max HP 20. Okay. Ally, after taking 2 actions in 1 turn, purifies all frostbite from self and increases attack by 30%, lasts 2 rounds. After taking 2 actions in 1 turn. Okay. Same thing, okay. Same thing and enemy. After unleashing ultimate, gain 3 stacks of tough defense 1. When attacking, damage taken reduction plus 25%, minus 1 stack after trigger, undispellable. Okay. Let's go in order. This is what this is. Okay. Damn. You died. Only C. Okay. Oh, but I'm guessing these points are stacking if I go on higher. Okay, let's see. Alright, C+. Okay, now for the real battle, I guess. Crisis column. Let's see. Oh, multiple health bars. Okay. This is gonna be a long one.
Stay back, I say.
Nice. Very nice. Okay, heads are back.
To the cosmos.
The light that illuminates all.
Heads are gone. Super gone. Back. Okay, this is kind of fun. This is kind of fun, not gonna lie. Okay. Let's just hit the thing directly.
Perfectly at the right. Shall I, Master? Please.
Hell yeah.
This'll help.
Flee, mortal! Stay back, I say.
Alright. Time for the big smack. Not from the boss.
I am the waves.
But from you two.
And the stars in the sky.
Sweet dreams.
So perfectly creepy. Alright. Let's bring up the counter.
Your idea.
Let's smack the big guy again.
Perfectly understood.
Just in case you're gonna get an extra smack, and you're gonna get an extra smack.
Did anybody get hurt? Feel my dark embrace.
Target confirmed.
Nice. Both heads down. Final health bar. Oh, it's red. Oh, it has an infinite health bar now. Okay, I see how this is. Okay, so now I'm just, I guess, surviving as long as I can. Okay. Well, let's see how this is gonna go. Ooh, you are doing damage now. Okay, that is a tiny bit concerning. I need to get rid of the heads. Oh! Don't kill my...
I am the waves in the ocean and the stars in the sky.
Disco, disco, ooh, ooh.
Sweet dreams.
Nice. Hell yeah. Good god. Very nice. Okay, holy shite. Holy shicer. Okay, hold on. Swap you around. Okay, I have healing. Need to target the heads again. Healing buff. Let's go with this, and let's go with a blast.
Faraday's miracle.
Nice. Not enough, but nice. Ow. Ow. Okay, I can live with that. Stop it. Thank you. Oh, she's frozen. Oh, that sucks. Ooh, that sucks. Okay. This sucks. Might lose right now, but let's see. Target you. You do that. You big beam. I think it's gonna swap to default anyway to this thing, so boom and boom.
Do you have a little faith in me, Master?
Eliminate target.
Nice. Get lost.
Journey through the cosmos.
Stay back, I say.
Very nice. And slice. S.
Holy mortals.
Well, I got to S rank. My healer died. So this is gonna be it. This is gonna be it. Whatever happens. Okay, let's do this. That. AoE.
Shall I, Master?
Listen.
If she lives. If she survives to the next round to do the AoE. Okay. Okay, heads are dead. Again. Nice.
I am the waves in the ocean.
Good.
And the
We get to do
stars
it.
in the sky.
Nice. Okay. I'm still here. Still somehow surviving. Yeah.
Circuits functioning
Let's
properly.
do this again. Yeah, let's just go. Let's just go full Lucy mode.
Moving.
Full Lucy mode. Let's go.
Robot.
Delete it. Delete it.
Eliminate target.
All right.
Target confirmed.
Nice. Okay. Just need to keep smacking the heads, right? Just need to keep smacking the heads. If I can. Alright, let's do this again, that again, and let's do this. Cool. Nice.
Faraday's miracle.
There goes a head. Oh, there go both. Nice. Keep going. Double S.
Keep calm.
You're gonna cast something. Ooh, shit. Well, double S. To be fair, my healer would have survived. Oh, you're not resummoning the heads? But yeah, to be fair, my healer would have lived if not for... if not for the fact that she's level 1 essentially. She's level 1. She would have lived a bit longer, but anyway. One more smack.
Shine. I'm down.
Oh, you are definitely down. Okay. This was nice for a first attempt. Brutality buffed up. Okay. Ooh. Wow, that's a lot of achievements, alright. So it goes to triple S. Okay. And... ooh, damn. Okay. I see. Okay. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. I might attempt this. I don't have the resources right now because I'm saving for something else, but I might attempt this again too. I mean, I'm definitely gonna attempt this for the other ones as well. I'm gonna see if I can get this a bit higher into the higher score points. But I would say the biggest problem is I don't really have a star unit. Hold on. Do I have a star unit to get the extra? Yeah, I don't. That's the problem. That's the problem. I mean, I pulled one right now, but I don't think she has a lot of synergy with the current team. Maybe she does. I haven't looked at her skill too closely. But yeah, anyway. I'm gonna level up a bit Balloon Party just to get her shit together and try that again. This is a good attempt. Fun, interesting, and I'll attempt the other two throughout the other two two parts of the main story probably for this mode. So yeah, anyway, I probably already said it once, but yeah, thank you for watching. Bye bye.